is definitively a troop NOLA, state trooper. No police, no state trooper. No one likes a car chase. It's not a positive. It's not a good thing. But it yells, hey, the criminals now are committing yet another crime, fleeing from police. So it really tells you how desperate these folks are. And they're endangering other citizens by fleeing in a stolen vehicle. And you can go, no, they're only endangering other citizens when the police chase them. What do you recommend? The bank robbers run out of the bank with the money and the police are pursuing them. And when they jump in the getaway car, they're okay. It's like that movie Sin City. They go into the part of town where the women control it. The police hook a U-turn and go back. You know, this in the 70s, you cross the county line, the police U-turn. You cross state lines, the U-turn. It's 2025. They're not hooking a U-turn. So, no, car chases suck. It's a negative. No police want to be involved in them. It's not good, but it is a necessary evil. There's no other alternative. The way it used to be in New Orleans, no car chases. The criminals were like, we can go do whatever the hell we want. Steal a car, kill a lady, do whatever. No one's going to pursue us. Now, I've mentioned carjackings, car chases, all that. The Troop NOLA presence, the proactive policing by NOPD. You notice carjackings are down. You notice the four-wheelers, the stunt bicycle, motorcycle, I should say, riders on Sunday especially, way down. Because their four-wheeler is going to get confiscated when the police pull them over. And Troop NOLA will pull them over. So we don't see this proliferation of the four-wheelers just in the last year or so, especially on Sundays. No, because the criminals are talking. Boy, police are proactive. Troop NOLA, they don't mess around. They took my cousin Jimmy's four-wheeler away. My buddy Jimmy's in jail. You know, criminal Jimmy, he's in jail now. Michelin food guide coming to New Orleans. Its stars are coming, maybe. New Orleans, some other states, the Gulf Coast. Lots of New Orleans eligible restaurants that could make that list. We'll see. Fantastic weather. Time to paint. In New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, it's easy. Helm Paint and Decorating. Benjamin Moore Paint, free 2-hour delivery. 7 locations in New Orleans, 4 in Baton Rouge. When it's time to paint in Metro New Orleans, when it's time to paint in Metro Baton Rouge, Helm Paint and Decorating.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations, New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa, woodhousespas.com.
Want to stay somewhere special when visiting New Orleans? Look no further than the Grand Victorian. Located in the Garden District on the St. Charles Avenue streetcar line, the Grand Victorian is ideally placed for visiting the city's local attractions, fabulous restaurants, shops, and more. Make your stay in New Orleans something to remember. To find out more about the Grand Victorian or to book, go to gvbb.com. The Grand Victorian.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Some people think paint is paint. Well, it ain't. Paint ain't paint. At Helm Paint, we only sell Benjamin Moore because it's the best paint on the planet. In the end, you'll save time, effort, and money because Benjamin Moore paints cover beautifully in less coats. So the next time you pick up a brush, remember, big box, big mistake. Because paint ain't paint. To get the best, you gotta go to Helm. Let us steer you right.
Helm Paint.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
Come experience the best smoothies in the metro area at Smoothie King. Jay and his father have been Smoothie King franchisees for decades. On Jefferson Highway, across from Oxnard, on Airline Highway at LeVar by Causeway. Smoothie King.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End. Producing tomorrow's talk radio today, Corey Johnson.
This is tomorrow's newspaper.
Precisely. I already went further ahead into time to see what else happens.
Your View, Louisiana. That's Cox Channel 4 in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and Lafayette. And live streaming at CoreyTalks.com.
Future. Unbelievable.
Kind of warm out there. 86 degrees. Ouch. Got a cool front coming in on Sunday. Some rain. Early next week, thank goodness. 50s and 60s as we fade into French Quarter Fest, which looks like it's going to be pretty good weather. 70s at least for the first 3 days. Might creep towards 80 by Sunday. French Quarter Fest a week away. Zurich Golf Classic 2 weeks away. Jazz Fest, the big boy, 3 weeks away from today, day one. I'll be there at 11:01 Thursday, day one. I go to all days. There are people that have been to every Jazz Fest, and they still are doing it. Miss Peaches, I got to assume half of them are like, I want to not do it anymore. This obligation of going every day, it was fine when I was in my 30s. I'm 68 now. It's killing me, Martha. And then I think half of them are like, no, dude, I'm there at 10:45 and I leave at 7:30 every day. And it's my thing. It's my jam. It's my jam. Got the brass pass, got their VIP gimmicks, calling up friends with connections that have their connections. Everybody's pulling their Jazz Fest strings. Anyway, it's all coming. Yeah, you're right. French Quarter Fest, Zurich, Jazz Fest 2025. We're already in April. I swear, I thought I took my mom to Mr. B's for Thanksgiving lunch. Wasn't that 3 weeks ago? Seems that way. No, it was 5 months ago, 4.5 months ago. Just doesn't seem, time just flying by. Crazy. Yeah, the Michelin food guy, its stars are coming to New Orleans. Maybe some restaurant, it's the Michelin people. You don't know what they're going to do. But I think there are, my God, there are a dozen restaurants at least. A dozen at least that you could say are Michelin star worthy, like a dozen. And it's probably a few dozen. It might be a dozen that are like, 3-star worthy. There aren't many of those. Just a handful of the 3-star rated restaurants. I think New Orleans has a handful of those. You just never know what they're looking for, the angle that year, the people that are out doing the, work. Like right now in New Orleans tonight, on a Thursday night, I guarantee you, there are Michelin guide folks in and around the metro area dining at restaurants as we speak tonight. Just anonymous folks having a meal. The restaurateurs have no idea who they are. And they're, Michelin guide folks. Anonymous, secret. And then they're going to rate these restaurants. Now, see, that they can't go to every restaurant. They only are going to certain restaurants. This just seems like, I don't know, Miss Peaches, when I first got into television and radio, I got into radio, and this guy who had been in like 6 months more than me, I'm not kidding you. I was about a year into it, so he's about a year and a half. His wall by his office had 20 award plaques on it, professional in 18 months. I'm like, wow. Like, dude, that's amazing. Congratulations, whatever. And then I found another guy who was like that. One guy was just like, hey, thanks, we do great work. He was talking about his work. And I'm new in the business, so I'm like, wow, this guy's a little older than me. He's talking like he's been at it 10, 20 years more than me. And then I talked to the other guys like, dude, just apply for the award. You most likely will win one, especially in radio compared to television. So anyway, I apply for, send in 2 different things, 2 different radio categories with like the AP, I think. Still have the awards. They notify me that they merged the 2 categories. I think I came in first and second. So my one category was first, the other one was second. And then there either wasn't a third, or it was somebody that was like, what, that guy got third? Like, I'm not saying I was like, some giant, but it was viable. It was deep. And then the guy like isn't anywhere near radio or television anymore, and probably shouldn't have been in it to begin with. So I was like, I found it weird. Like, I send in the work that I do. Y'all don't just monitor me and then decide if the show's good or not. So, I mean, I kind of get the concept, like there'd have to be people monitoring these shows and newscasts all the time. But it's like you're sending in like one story you did. It's like your best stuff, your edited stuff. And is that what you do every day? Is that your normal work, or it's only your best work? Is it the other days you're not so good? I mean, I found it weird. Two things. One, I got to send in the stuff. You're not just monitoring, which I get why they're not monitoring. But as a youngster, I was like, well, that's weird. I got to send in my stuff. I'm going to send in my best stuff. Don't you want me on my best day, my worst day, my average day? And then you kind of, so that was over my head a little bit. And then the fact that I won so easily, I was just like, it's sort of, so I didn't apply every year, a different one. Press Club in New Orleans, AP, the Emmy. Then I'm just like, I don't know. I know who I am, and been doing this now like 30 plus years. So I must be doing something right, a lot wrong, maybe something right. But I was never into like going after the awards. When I was at Channel 26, what was the deal with my editorials? I think Channel 26 is like, we don't submit them ourselves, but you can. It's just like, wow. I mean, y'all are the station. It would be Channel 26 winning the award. I'd get one too as the guy doing the editorials. So I was like, oh, I'm not submitting anything. I'm just keep doing my editorials. Y'all keep paying me. I'll keep doing these editorials. That ran for about 8 or 10 years. So I don't know. I found it weird. I like this better. Like, could you imagine if Michelin said, hey, Miss Peaches, we're coming to Miss Peaches tonight. You'd get your best people in. Everyone would be working. You'd clean the restaurant the day before, like the annual cleaning. The day before the Michelin people come, you'd be like, hey, that dish we rarely serve because it's a pain to cook, let's cook that because everyone likes that, but we're too lazy to normally make it. Whatever. You're going to do your best. So Michelin's going to come in and get your best and not the everyday meal. So the way they do it, just popping in the restaurant, but it's different, I guess, because news is up and down. One's like a major murder. One's an investigative thing. One's, just a story about a school bus had a flat tire. So it's different levels. The restaurant is the same menu, same food. Better be the same menu, same food, same consistency every single time. So it's different animals. I get it. And I understand that they can't monitor all the time. But, it just makes me, I don't know. And then coupled with I'm torn on this one a little. Like I kind of like have a mentality of like avoid the big shots. Like I don't care about celebrities or big shots. Hey, it's so and so, and run over and just another person. Might be a good person, might not be. Might gravitate towards them naturally, may not at all. But I don't know. I guess the press club thing. I'm like maybe I should be a member of the New Orleans Press Club. I'm not. Have never been. Someone very close to me has got a lifetime award. Someone very close to me has a bunch of press clubs awards. But I'm just like, it's not like I'm avoiding those people. I see those people. I know them. They know me. Eric Paulson's wedding was like a reunion for a lot of folks in the business. Eric Paulson's wedding. Eric Paulson's wedding probably was, but Eric Paulson's funeral. So, I don't know, Miss Peaches. Maybe I should join the press club. Hey, you know what says New Orleans as it gets, Katie's? As New Orleans as it gets, Iberville, Corner, Tallahassee, outdoor dining at Katie's. You never know what Scott Craig's going to be in. What he's going to bring in. Call him. They might have pompano. How many New Orleans restaurants have pompano? Or doormat flounder, stuffed with some like crab stuffing. Like the big flat doormat flounder. Snapper. Soft shell crabs. You never know what Scott Craig will bring into Katie's. More is better, more of the good things. Iberville, Corner, Tallahassee, as New Orleans as it gets. Katie's in Mid-City. Yummy. I love the outdoor dining part. Can't beat that. A little hot out there. Oh, boy. Check this out, Miss Peaches. You're going to like this category. 766-9480 is the phone number, by the way. You're going to need it. I've got some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away. 766-9480. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. Patricia Clarkson's connection to New Orleans. Patricia Clarkson's connection in New Orleans, 766-9480. Bob Dylan's connection to New Orleans. Bob Dylan's connection to New Orleans, 766-9480. You got the answer to either one of those questions. I got 50 big bucks for you at the Woodhouse. I'm not finished, Miss Peaches. Val Kilmer's connection to New Orleans. Val Kilmer's connection to New Orleans. How about John Goodman, Miss Peaches? How about Nicolas Cage, Miss Peaches? How about Bradley Q. Pitt III, a.k.a. Brad Pitt? And I don't think Q is his middle name, and he's not a third. Brad Pitt's connection in New Orleans. Is it Solange Knowles? Solange Knowles? Solange. What's her connection to New Orleans? 766-9480. You got the answer to any of those questions. I got 50 bucks for you. Good at the Woodhouse Day Spa. 766-9480.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamar Automotive Complex, there's something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations, New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa, woodhousespas.com.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. for more than 125 years. Port NOLA has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com. Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
Want to stay somewhere special when visiting New Orleans? Look no further than the Grand Victorian. Located in the Garden District on the St. Charles Avenue streetcar line, the Grand Victorian is ideally placed for visiting the city's local attractions, fabulous restaurants, shops, and more. Make your stay in New Orleans something to remember. To find out more about the Grand Victorian or to book, go to gvbb.com. The Grand Victorian.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Does Helm Paint have the best paint on the planet? Helm, yeah. We only sell Benjamin Moore, the world's finest paint. Because paint ain't paint. Let us steer you right. Helm Paint.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
Uptown, Carrollton, Riverbend, Holly Grove, Gerttown, Gentilly, Lakefront, West Bank, Lakeview. It's Corey Johnson on the neutral ground, where New Orleans is heard.
Yeah, you right, Crescent City. A hot Thursday afternoon, like 86 degrees, a little windy. It's cloudy too, so I guess that keeps it from being just a brutally hot early April day. Good news, we got a little rain on Sunday. That's not the good news. The good news is a cool front following it. Next week, 50s and 60s to start next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 50s and 60s. We need it. Hey, it's a little after 4:30 on a Thursday. Let's go to River Road, right past the River Shack, right past Oxnard. River Road and Arnold, to be exact, right off Shrewsbury and River Road. It's Stacked Coaching. You can check out the website. You have any questions about nutrition or fitness? StackedCoaching.com. Owner, operator, head trainer. He comes up with all the workouts every day for multiple classes, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, noon, 4:30, 5:30 daily. Bradley Schneller joins us, StackedCoaching.com. What up, Bradley?
What's happening, Corey? Man, 50s? Come on, man. That is too cold. I already started wearing my shorts every day. I'm into it. Let me go.
Yeah. Well, just for a few days. Got to kill the mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, they need freezing weather. They're already dead.
Yeah, maybe so. You're right. What's happening, Bradley?
Not much, man. Just trying to make, a nutritious creatine-filled smoothie for my son before his soccer practice.
There you go. Nice. What do you put in the blender to do that? Just the typical banana, strawberries?
I'm glad you asked. So I do give my son, he's 11 years old, I give him creatine, micronized creatine monohydrate. It's the safest supplement on the market. And I feel pretty comfortable based on the research, giving my 11-year-old son that. So put a little scoop of that in there. I give him some protein. I got frozen banana, a little bit of almond milk, and some PB2, which is a powdered peanut butter. And he seems to like that pretty good.
Nice. It's tasty.
Yeah, it's no Smoothie King smoothie, but I'm able to make that here at home.
Yeah, no, I actually go to like Smoothie King and get it, but it's funny. Like sometimes, hey, we got some extra. I'm like, I don't want the extra. I have to explain to him. I'm like, if you could put it in that little extra cup that's 2 inches tall, I'd like that. I want the 45 grams of protein. I want the creatine. If it was in a pill form, I would take that. Why isn't that stuff in a damn pill form, Bradley?
They do. They do make it in a pill form.
Is it the same? You get the same impact as making the smoothie for your kid, like you did for your 11-year-old son?
From what I know, the benefits in the pill form are not as great as the powder.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't see how you can knock back 45, 50 grams of protein in a pill,
Oh, you mean protein? I thought we were talking about.
Oh, no, both protein or creatine.
I don't think they make the protein in a pill form at all. I know they do make creatine in like a chewable.
Gotcha. No protein in a pill form at all, right?
No, not that I'm aware of. I mean, if they did, that'd be a pretty great invention. That would be a gigantic pill you'd have to take.
No, exactly. 45 grams of protein is 2 big scoops that somehow you'd have to shrink that pill.
Pills twice a day. Yeah,
no, exactly. It'd be dozens of pills to get that protein in. Bradley Sneller's with us. Hey, Bradley, I don't know if you remember this because this is before my era. I'm too young for this. I just had a bunch of older brothers and sisters and grandparents around. But the old story, like in the 60s, was like the guy's on the beach with his girlfriend and some dude kicks sand on him. And he then goes to like the Tony Atlas workout or something. And then they show him all muscular and the jerk comes and kicks sand on him again. And he gets his rear end beat up or something like do you remember that little cartoon and to like, I think go to like the Tony Atlas weight building school or gym back like.
I don't, but I get the premise.
All right. Well, I'm gonna Google it and send you that. Literally, it's like a cartoon of the skinny kid getting sand kicked on him, and the next box is he's ripped and he, defends his turf. All right. So you get it, right?
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know everything about you. I learn more about you every day. We become friends. I've been at your gym now for over a year. I think you're a good guy. Is that you a little bit? Where were you kind of like the chunky, out of shape kid that said, the hell with this, and no one was beating you up, but you for your own good, you were like, I'm going to get in shape and become an athlete.
So first interesting fact about me, I've actually never been in a fight in my life. I've come close to it 2 times. And the first time was we were at the Bourbon Street Awards a couple of years after Hurricane Katrina. Whole family's dressed up, and this guy was just being a complete moron next to us. And he's talking to me, and of course I couldn't help myself because I was like in my 20s, so I started talking to him. He's probably like twice my size. And he goes to swing at me and punch me. And my dad literally catches his fist in the air and says, "You don't want to do that." And then that was that. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. And then the second time was this 6'4" Jamaican guy coming out of the NFC Championship game where the NOLA no call, and this guy was just cursing up a storm in front of all these little kids saying the nastiest things. And I said, "Hey man, there's little kids around. Why don't you chill out?" He came up and he punched me in the face.
Wow.
But I did not retaliate because that would have been a mistake. So just let it go. I took it like a champ.
Oh, wait. I know that guy. He owned Stacked Gym originally, but go on, Bradley.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I was overweight almost my entire life. All the way until I was about 32, and even still, like when I owned a gym, I still didn't look like I owned a gym. Now, I had all the tools necessary to help people become better versions of themselves, but I still didn't understand what it exactly took to make my body change until I came across the right nutrition course and took the right certification, and then I fixed myself or the body I wanted to become in like 8 months. And then from then, it's been gravy. But, I mean, I remember I was the kid who didn't want to take his shirt off at the pool. I remember I had a elementary school friend who used to call my girlfriend love handles because she used to love my love handles. So I remember all that stuff. Like it was rough growing up. And because of that, this is, kind of became my passion.
No, it's shocking because, you're only like 40 now. So this is less than 10 years ago. And all I know you as is this totally fit, ripped up dude. I don't, see how you could be any bigger. Like I can see how you could be, out of shape, but I don't see how you could be like a big old guy. But obviously you were. What changed? Like, where was the point where you were like, enough? What was the first move?
Yeah, I mean, I remember getting ready for my first marriage. Like I was trying to get ready for my wedding, and I started running a lot, and that helped. And then I was playing soccer, and then I tore my ACL. And
so you're playing soccer, chunky, running around, big and heavy?
Yeah, man. I'm still an athlete.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, and so I tore my ACL playing soccer, and I went into rehab, and it was with, I'm going to give him a shout out, Lee Currett over at South Shore Physical Therapy. And it was absolutely the best situation I've ever had. And he made me, just through physical therapy, I was going 3 times a week. He made me love working out. And then I found a gym that I loved going to. And then I started reading about nutrition, and slowly but surely, it started to change. I started to lose weight and become better and better. But I still had this sticking point. And that was all the way. I remember I owned a gym for, 3 years maybe at this point, and it was really hot outside. We used to not have air conditioning, and I was working out without a shirt on, and I had a weight belt on that was squeezing me all over the place. And I had a guy come in, and he inquired about the gym, and I talked to him about the gym and everything like that. And then I found out through a mutual friend later that he said he would never go to a gym where the owner was fat.
Wow.
And at that point, I knew I had to do everything necessary in order to change my body. Not only because I've always wanted to, but because, I mean, honestly, and I don't think this is the case all the time, but as someone who owns a gym, I need to look the part as well.
Yeah, no doubt. No, it makes sense. That's obviously. What a line from somebody. So real quickly, you go to physical therapy, you start liking working out. How long did you work out before you're like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to buy that gym? How long was that time period?
A couple years.
Okay. So, and then how long did you own the gym? The first one?
Well, I've owned this gym for 12 years now.
So about 3 years in, when you got I'm not going to join a gym where the gym owner's fat, that's when you changed and it went into a nutrition and fitness mode for you and Stacked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And then that's where we are today. No, it's just interesting. I wanted to lay all that out there, Bradley. So when people are listening to this segment on Thursdays, when folks are listening to you, it's more than me just saying Bradley's an expert on nutrition and fitness. It's nice for people to know how you got from 0 to 60. StackedCoaching.com is the website. If you have any questions or comments for Bradley concerning nutrition or fitness, StackedCoaching.com. Virtual tour of the gym. Set up an appointment to visit with Bradley. Join the gym. StackedCoaching.com. Bradley, until next week, thanks so much.
All right, man. Take it easy.
That's Bradley Schneller, stackedcoaching.com. Check it out. It literally is a life changer and easier than you think. The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port NOLA has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Some people think paint is paint. Well, it ain't. Paint ain't paint. At Helm Paint, we only sell Benjamin Moore because it's the best paint on the planet. In the end, you'll save time, effort, and money because Benjamin Moore paints cover beautifully in less coats. So the next time you pick up a brush, remember, big box, big mistake. Because paint ain't paint. To get the best, you gotta go to Helm. Let us steer you right. Helm Paint.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Want to stay somewhere special when visiting New Orleans? Look no further than the Grand Victorian. Located in the Garden District on the St. Charles Avenue streetcar line, the Grand Victorian is ideally placed for visiting the city's local attractions, fabulous restaurants, shops, and more. Make your stay in New Orleans something to remember. To find out more about the Grand Victorian or to book, go to gvbb.com. The Grand Victorian.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Interlocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Interlocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Interlocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
The official afternoon talk show of the city of New Orleans. It's Corey Johnson on the Neutral Ground.
You can say anything you please about me, but don't say anything bad about Blue Boy.
Down, Blue Boy. Good buddy. I don't know what it is. Mentally weak? I have no idea. Maybe I'm just like 99% of the population where we would rather do stuff with someone else than by ourselves. enjoying a vacation, enjoying a great view, anything. Sunset, better with someone else than by yourself most of the time. I enjoy alone time too, but rather be with someone else. My point, stacked coaching is a life changer. I've been pseudo athletic and, kind of work out a little bit on and off pretty much my whole life, but also I'd be dormant at times for a while. I might pick up the tennis racket for a while, play some tennis, try to get in shape that way, jog, ride the bike, things of that nature. Even have joined different gyms at different times, lifting weight. Went to a trainer 25 years ago. Yeah, all of that stuff. Stack coaching is totally different. I go in the morning. It's with a group of about 15 or 20 other people. Everybody's on the same page. I've been there over a year. I swear I have never seen a political T-shirt. No one's ever brought up religion. I've never heard Trump, Biden, Harris. Never, ever mentioned in this place. It's all about good job. Keep going. You can do it. It's just everybody's on the same page of trying to, get fit, get healthy. Some are hardcore on the nutrition. Some are a little lighter on the nutrition. I'm not weighing out my food. I'm not counting calories, but I am conscious of what I'm eating because when you're working out, you don't want to wreck it. So, I still have onion rings and M&Ms on a Sunday maybe, or a Coke on a Sunday or something, but that's the mentality now. And it's not hard to have that mentality. Like right now, if you're kind of dormant, you're not working out. And boy, Corey's talking about A, working out, and B, giving up things I love. You'll automatically give up the things you love. And the group approach at Stacked will keep you motivated because someone like me, I've been in the group 15 minutes in where I'm already breathing hard and I'm already sweating. And we're like switching up, to go to something else. We have like a 30-second, 1 minute break, and I'll be chit-chatting with somebody. I'll be like, dude, if I was doing this by myself, I'd be done for the day. I'm winded and I'm sweating, and we're 12 minutes in, 12 minutes in. So I'm like, I'm going to keep going. And you're not even thinking like, oh God, 45 more minutes. I'm tired. When's this end? You're distracted by other folks. When you get tired, you just take a breather. But then you look around, you see everybody else that's still going. It motivates you to go. And then afterwards, folks are like, man, you did a great job with that. Or I didn't know you could lift that much. Or you really are good with that exercise. You're better than most with that, whatever. So it encourages. I'm telling people all the time because I'm blown away. I'll see a guy or a girl do something that is impressive with the amount of weight, the amount of reps, the way they did it in a quick time. So I'm like, man, I saw you doing that. That was unreal. So, and it's natural. I'm not trying to let me come up with a compliment. It's real organic. It's easy to stick with it, believe it or not. And you automatically will improve your nutrition. StackedCoaching.com. If you were like I was, if you're like that today, like I used to be, just sort of dormant on the couch too much, not moving around enough, maybe I hop on the bike every now and then, go for a little run, whatever, walk the dogs, that kind of stuff, but definitely not in shape. And you want to get in shape. StackedCoaching.com makes it pretty easy and makes it easy to get into that mode and stay in that mode. And I'm proof of that because I'm not a club person. I'm not a group person. I don't seek that out. I'm members of no clubs or organizations in New Orleans at all. None. I'm fortunate. I've got lots of family, a lot of good friends, lots of them, and a lot of acquaintances. So I'm fortunate. I don't have to seek out clubs for socializing and that type of thing. But Stacked Coaching is like my club, is like my group. And if you want to change your life with fitness and nutrition, I recommend it. StackedCoaching.com. Life changer. Troop NOLA, the state police presence in New Orleans, the metro area, even Troop B. Life changer for this area, literally. Violent crime way down. Third time in a week Third time in a week in the last 7 days, a car chase resulting in the person crashing the vehicle into a state trooper, the troopers arresting that person or persons, and the car full of drugs and guns and criminal record. So, no, third car chase today in the last 7 days. I don't think this was Troop Noel. I think this was just Troop B and Kenner. Criminals stole the wrong car. A very easy to see Dodge Scat Pack Charger. 2 arrested on a slew of charges. 5 o'clock powwow. We're coming your way next. Speaking of a slew, I got a slew of $50 Woodhouse Day Spot trivia questions. Patricia Clarkson's connection to New Orleans. Bob Dylan's connection to New Orleans. Val Kilmer's connection to New Orleans. John Goodman's connection to New Orleans. Nicolas Cage's connection to New Orleans. Brad Pitt's connection to New Orleans. Solange Knowles' connection to New Orleans. Solange. Her Beyonce's sister's connection to New Orleans. How's that, Miss Peaches? 766-9480. You got the answer to either one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Woodhouse Day Spot trivia questions. You got the answer to any of the 7. I got 50 big bucks for you. What's that, Blue Boy? You'd like a day of relaxation at the Woodhouse? Will they cut up some cucumbers and put them on your eyes? What? You want a back massage? You're a bass and you have a long back. It might require 2 masseuses at once. I believe you, Blue Boy. Your back is long. You deserve a full-blown massage, buddy. We'll get those ears, too. 5 o'clock powwow next.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 5 p.m.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Want to stay somewhere special when visiting New Orleans? Look no further than the Grand Victorian. Located in the Garden District on the St. Charles Avenue streetcar line, the Grand Victorian is ideally placed for visiting the city's local attractions, fabulous restaurants, shops, and more. Make your stay in New Orleans something to remember. To find out more about the Grand Victorian or to book, go to gvbb.com. The Grand Victorian.
My Sittu, that's Arabic for grandmother, used to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance. Total maintenance. TM-AC.com. Your cool spots. Total maintenance. Total maintenance. TM-AC.com. Your cool spots.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. Get Audubon Gutters.
It's time to relax. The Woodhouse Day Spa, Metro New Orleans' premier day spa experience, now with 5 area locations. For a day of relaxation or maybe just a quick 1-hour getaway, the Metro area's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa. And now 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and our newest location in Mandeville. The Woodhouse Day Spa, woodhousespas.com.
Does Helm Paint have the best paint on the planet? Helm, yeah. We only sell Benjamin Moore, the world's finest paint. Because paint ain't paint. Let us steer you right.
Helm Paint.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port NOLA has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com. Yeah, you, right, Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you, 5 o'clock powwow coming your way. 86 degrees. Boy, it's warm out there, but it's overcast and it's windy. Makes it bearable. Tomorrow, Saturday, rinse and repeat. Sunday, rain. And then some cooler weather coming down early next week. 50s and 60s. Where? Drew Brees is right. Metro New Orleans. Monday through Wednesday of next week, 50s and 60s. You might see some 40s on the North Shore early next week. I'll take that because it's all going away soon. We're fading into summer already. Feel it right now outside. Just move around a little bit outside. Go dig a hole. Go do some landscaping. You'll sweat. French Quarter Fest 1 week away. Next Thursday, high temperature 75. Friday, high temperature 74. Next Saturday, high temperature 79. Yeah, you're right. 70s for French Quarter Fest. A week from today, French Quarter Fest cranking up 4 days in the French Quarter. Like I said yesterday, more folks attend the 4 days of French Quarter Fest than 8 days of Jazz Fest. French Quarter Fest 1 week away. Zurich Classic Golf Tournament, the annual PGA Tour stop on the West Bank. 2 weeks from today, round 1. And 3 short weeks from today, 21 days away, Jazz Fest Day 1. 4 weeks from today, Jazz Fest weekend number 2. 8 days of Jazz Fest, the Thursday through Sunday gimmick, both weekends. Boy, we got a big 4 weeks in front of us, plus these are big economic engines. French Quarter Fest, few $100 million in economic impact. Zurich Classic, at least tens of millions, if not north of 100 million in economic impact. And the Jazz Fest, hundreds of millions. Like if Zurich, I'm making numbers up. If Zurich's 80 million and French Quarter Fest's like, 150, 160 million, 200 million, Jazz Fest is like 350, 400 million. It's almost like keep doubling it up. No, Jazz Fest, I forget the percentages, but it's like double digits. Like north of 10% of Jazz Fest attendees are from Metro New York. Like north of 10%, New York, New Jersey. And then another north of 10%, European visitors, international travelers to New Orleans. So the hotels are booked up, usually for at least 4 days or longer. And these folks have wherewithal, are successful. They have a love of music, a love of culture, a love of New Orleans, a love of life, food, drink, music, merriment, all of that. They love Jazz Fest in New Orleans. So just a huge economic impact. French Quarter Fest is huge, but it's not like all the hotel rooms are booked. All the restaurants are booked. It's a regional draw, French Quarter Fest. It brings folks in from New Orleans and Metro New Orleans and from the region. Folks are going to come in from Southern Mississippi, from Baton Rouge, Jackson, Mississippi, Lafayette, things like that. Jazz Fest, regional, national, and international. Like if New York's double-digit attendance and Europe's double-digit attendance, that means 1 out of 5 Jazz Fest people out there. 1 out of 5 at the fairgrounds, either from Metro New York or Europe or international. 1 out of 5. Yeah, so French Quarter Fest is a yacht fest, basically, 90+%. Not Jazz Fest. A lot of folks from out of town at Jazz Fest. Hey, the phone number is 766-9480. 766-9480. I've got some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away. I think the question's pretty easy. 7 different questions, 7 different $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away. Patricia Clarkson's connection to New Orleans, 766-9480. Bob Dylan's connection to New Orleans, 766-9480 is how you dial us up. Val Kilmer just passing away, too young, 65. What's his connection to New Orleans? 766-9480 is how you dial us up. John Goodman's connection to New Orleans. Nicolas Cage's connection to New Orleans. Brad Pitt's connection to New Orleans. Beyonce's sister, Solange Knowles, her connection to New Orleans. If you got the answer to any of those 7 questions, I've got 50 big bucks for you. Good at one of the 5 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. 504-766-9480 is how you dial us up. 766-9480. Got a Woodhouse in Mid-City, Metairie near North Kenner, the Woodhouse in Mandeville, the Woodhouse in Slidell, the Woodhouse in Baton Rouge, WoodhouseSpas.com. Patricia Clarkson, Bob Dylan, Val Kilmer, John Goodman, Nicolas Cage, Brad Pitt, Beyonce's sister, Solange Knowles. What's their connection? Any of them. 7 different questions. Their connection to New Orleans. 766-9480. 5 o'clock powwow this afternoon brought to you by Young's Dry Cleaning. Tired of your dry cleaner? Want to experience the best? It's easy. Walk-up locations, free pickup and delivery, manless locker locations all over the metro. A New Orleans institution since 1940. Go with the best. YoungsDryCleaning.com. YoungsDryCleaning.com. Now, Miss Peaches, I've never used an Uber or Lyft in my life. I've used just taxi. I'm old school. If I ever need, I'll call like one of the local taxi companies. Yeah, exactly. I don't care about Uber or Lyft. And, you know, I don't want to get into somebody who's not a professional driver's vehicle. I don't want to get into someone's vehicle that's not a professional driver, just some and then just all different kind of vehicles. But whatever, I don't care. I'm pro. I'm not anti Lyft or Uber. I don't care what they do. I'm just not using them. But I've never used Instacart either, and I would never use a food delivery service since it's like, what is it? 27% of the time they stick their hand in your food and take some fries or one of your shrimp or whatever. It's like 27%.
Well, and just the opposite. I would never do a taxi again because I had always the worst experience with a taxi.
Taxis aren't any fun. No, they can be dirty. The people can be crappy, bad attitude. I'm with you.
Not show up.
Or show up late. No, you're right.
No, just not show up.
Yeah.
They didn't want to go that way.
Yeah. I go that way still. I don't want to get into some stranger's vehicle that's not a professional driver. Hell, half the people in the city can't drive to begin with.
Cab driver's supposed to be
no, just that's what they do. But you're right. They ain't professional drivers either. No, hell, I cut cabs off all the time. I got no respect for the cab driver, basically. And most of them are good people. But just a large enough percentage makes you want to, why are you in the left lane going to the airport on the I-10, that kind of thing. But, I'm not using the food delivery services. I only will get delivered food from a restaurant that has their own delivery crew. That makes sense. Like, they deliver.
Now,
that
a lot of places are stopped doing that now and outsourcing.
Yeah, of course, because it's easy to do that. No, but not me. Let's hit the phone lines. 766-9480. 766-9480. Chuck joins us in New Orleans. Chuck, would you use Instacart like to get groceries delivered? Do you have any of these food services delivering food to you?
Nope.
Why not?
No, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in all those. I just go out and do my own grocery shopping.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, I'm picking like apples the other day, and I'm like, I'm not just taking my hand and rolling 8 into the bag. I'm picking individual apples. Yeah. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm not the Instacart thing. I'll go do my own grocery shopping, and then when it's 27% of the food delivery services are, running their hands through your food. That's just disgusting.
No, I'm not going to say, that some people don't need it, because they might not have the wherewithal to get out and go shopping.
Right.
I can see a need for it in those instances. But
yeah, I'm not against it. Just not for me.
Right. It's not for me either, but I see people getting deliveries all the time.
Me too.
So,
me too. And I go into restaurants and the people are picking up food orders to go all the time, just walking in and out.
Exactly. Right. All they want is the food. And I mean, how many times did we do that during COVID?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Just go pick it up and bring it home.
Yep. Hey, Chuck, what's on your mind?
Well, Patricia Clarkson's mom was on the city council for many years, and was a great asset to the city of New Orleans. I think that's her connection to New Orleans, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, native New Orleanian. Patricia Clarkson, the council person was Jackie Clarkson. The council person was Patricia Clarkson's mom. I guess right. Patricia Clarkson's a West Bank girl, because Jackie's West Bank. I think Jackie's maiden name is Brechtel, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think, Brechtel Park, a lot of Brechtel on the West Bank. So I think she's Jackie Brechtel Clarkson. But yeah, you are correct. Good job, Chuck.
You're right. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. What do we have for her, Johnny?
I got $50 big for you. Good at the Woodhouse. Who's getting that? The wife?
No, I'm going to probably give it to my son. He likes to go get massages.
There you go. Nice. Set him up.
But look, let me add something to your discussion about the festivals. Jazz Fest. I worked there as a stage manager. And every once in a while, I'll get up there and say, okay, everybody, give me a show of hands. Let me see who's from New Orleans, Gulf Coast area, whatever. You're not going to believe this, but I would say 30%.
Wow.
Say who's not from New Orleans. Corey, 70% of the people raise their hands. I'm shocked, and this is going on for years. I've done it. It's just informal, just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like I said before, different strokes with different folks. But some people might want to go see jazz, or rock or something like that. I know I've had nieces and whatever come in to see the headliners on the big stages.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, most of those people are from out of town. And when I say 70%, I'm not exaggerating.
No, I believe you. When it's double-digit Metro New York, double-digit international, makes sense. That's amazing.
And every once in a while I'll say, okay, who's from Texas? Who's from California? Who's from this state? Who's from that state?
Wow.
It's just amazing, and they just come here year after year and just have they camp out in front of your stage.
Wow.
And so, it is, a few $100 million benefit for the city of New Orleans, but that's out of town money coming in.
No doubt. No, you can't beat that. No doubt.
Right.
Hey, Chuck, interesting stuff. Hang on, all right? Don't go anywhere. Miss Peaches is going to get some info from you. We'll tighten you up with that gift card. Really interesting stuff on those numbers, Chuck. Thank you so much for the call. Don't go anywhere. Corey Johnson with you. 5 o'clock powwow continues. We're coming right back.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Come experience the best smoothies in the metro area at Smoothie King. Jay and his father have been Smoothie King franchisees for decades on Jefferson Highway across from Oxnard, on Airline Highway at LeBar by Causeway. Smoothie King.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Yeah, you right, Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson with you on kind of a warm Thursday. About 86 degrees out there. Crank up the AC. Let's go right back to the phone lines. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. 766-9480. Brenda is in Slidell. I love that name, Brenda. Old school name. Don't hear that too much anymore. What up, Brenda?
I'm calling to say that John Goodman's
connection to New Orleans?
Yes. Is he married a girl from New Orleans, and she has a shop on Magazine Street.
Hey, Brenda, I know he married a girl from South Louisiana, so that's good enough. I'm going to get you that gift card. Yeah, you're right. You are correct. Yeah, you're right.
Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny?
Does she still have the shop on Magazine Street?
I think so.
I hope so, because I know John Goodman is selling his Garden District home, and it's a monster. Like, I don't know if John Goodman and his wife have kids. I don't think they do. And this house, you could have 8 kids in this house, and it would still be enormous. It's a huge Garden District mansion, multi-million-dollar home. I know he's selling it. I'm hoping he's just downsizing and at least has some presence in New Orleans for the rest of his life, because he is such a nice guy, such a humble guy, such an accomplished guy, so pro New Orleans all the time. So I hope he sticks around. But yeah, he married a South Louisiana girl. I want to say he met her while shooting Everybody's All-American back in the late 80s in Baton Rouge, around 89, 90 in Baton Rouge, that movie. I think that's where he met her.
She was from Houma.
I think that's right. I think she's from like Bayou country, like Houma, Thibodeau. Exactly. I think you're right, Brenda. I think you're right. Anything else, Brenda? I'm going to give you a $50 Woodhouse.
Just to say, it's nice talking with you, Corey.
I'm so glad you called, Brenda. Don't be a stranger, all right?
Okay.
Hey, real
Thank
quick.
you.
Hey, Brenda, real quick. Do you ever use Instacart? Let some company go do your grocery shopping? Do you get food delivered to your house by those food delivery services?
Never.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I'm with you, Brenda. Hang on, all right?
Okay.
Don't go anywhere, Brenda. Miss Peaches is going to get some info from you, and we're going to tighten you up. We're going to give you a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Yeah, John Goodman married a local girl. And I think he met her while shooting Everybody's All-American 35 years ago in Baton Rouge with Dennis Quaid. Boy, Dennis Quaid was a party animal. During the shooting of that movie, I showed up on weeknight, weekend, a couple of times at this big house that I guess he had rented and lived at. And every night he was just partying, and every night he had a co-ed on his arm. I'm guessing Dennis Quaid was about maybe 30, 35 back then. I have no idea. Maybe like 30, 35. And seemed like every night, I'm like, my God, every night Dennis Quaid's with a different LSU co-ed. Well, I shouldn't say every night. That they probably were shooting that movie for months in Baton Rouge, literally a few months. And I went to the Dennis Quaid house party maybe 2 or 3 times. Didn't even know I was going. Just a big party. Everybody's going over here. We end up showing up. And then, hey, Dennis Quaid's there and walking around with, pretty buzzed, it looked like, and with some LSU co-ed on his arm. John Goodman's scene in Everybody's All-American, I mean, it's kind of a mediocre movie. But when he's playing like the offensive lineman on the team and, Dennis Quaid's like the star running back, Goodman has a gambling habit in the movie and he's not paying the bookies. And they finally come to get him one night when he's like closing the bar. He's like alone in like the restaurant bar. And he gets in a fight with the bookies. And then when they shoot him, and him falling into the trophy case, you're like, John Goodman just got shot and died. Like, it's great acting, physical, the fight and getting shot, going into the case and dying is insanely realistic by John Goodman in that movie. 766-9480. 766-9480 is the phone number. A couple of those gift cards are done. A couple of trivia questions answered. A few more out there. Patricia Clarkson's connection to New Orleans. West Bank girl. Her mom's Jackie Clarkson, the old council person. John Goodman's connection to New Orleans. Married a local girl. Been here for decades. What's Bob Dylan's connection to New Orleans? What's Val Kilmer's connection to New Orleans? What's Nicolas Cage's connection to New Orleans? How about Brad Pitt? How about Beyonce's sister? You have the answer to any of those. I got 50 big bucks for you. We just tightened up Brenda. We tightened up Chuck before that because they're answering our trivia correctly. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. 766-9480. Yeah, I'm like Brenda and Chuck. I never use Uber or Lyft. I never use Instacart, and I would never let someone deliver food to me. Not when 27% of the time they're rifling through your stuff, eating your fries, one of your shrimp, whatever. Nasty. How nasty is that? Somebody delivering food and they're running their hands through your stuff. Miss Peaches, there's some places that they've got like a sticky bag. Have you seen this where they peel off this and the bags? First off, it's those it's a little better than like the plastic grocery bag as far as thickness.
Right.
But imagine just some sticky stuff and how easily that type of material sticks together. Like it's hard to unsticky it. And obviously if some Uber driver or food delivery service person got into your food, you would see they would be, I guess like, what would you call it? Just it would be all ruffled and messed up.
You could tell, probably.
Yeah. The bag had been compromised or.
But you accept deliveries from the drivers that come with the restaurant?
I'm not. No, I do not.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. A restaurant that has their own drivers, yes. I end up knowing them. I end up tipping them well. Nice people. Yeah, I know them, and I can be like, you guys forgot whatever, and they bring it right back. Or,
You just feel safer with those people handling your food.
Well, because I don't think they're rifling through the food. They work for the restaurant. I mean, maybe they are. Maybe the delivery people of the restaurant, maybe the waiter in the back when he's grabbing your plate, he's pulling a fry off the plate before he brings it to you. I mean, anything can happen, Miss Peaches. But yeah, I think the percentage of a restaurant employee screwing over the own place he works, does it happen? Sure. Not as often as some Uber person where it's 27%. I shouldn't say Uber. Any food delivery could be Lyft, Uber, or the food delivery services.
Oh, that's what it is? About 27%?
27% of the time, they're rifling through your food. That's the percentage. And that's asking like the people that do it. So it might be higher. Some maybe aren't admitting it. But yeah, no, so I don't. Yeah. And like I said, Uber and Lyft. No, like you said, no, I only would do Uber and Lyft. No, you can see the vehicle, the person, the ratings, all that. I'm just like, it's my freaking neighbor down the street. He drives like crap. I don't want to get in the car with him. It's a Prius. I'm getting in the Prius. What was the best bumper sticker I saw in a Prius? It was fantastic. Boy, what was it? Because one of my producers used to drive a Prius. Oh, God, it was such a good Prius. I'm going to have to Google it because it'll probably just come up. That's how easy it'll be to get this because there can't be a gazillion
Do
of
they
them.
still make Prius?
Yeah, I think they still do. Great Prius bumper sticker.
I'm sure there's a few.
Oh, yeah. It right away pulls it up. In quotes, it says, cool Prius, exclamation point, and then dash, nobody. Like no one made that quote. Boy, what a cool Prius. And that was on a Prius.
That's good. That's fun.
I was like, that's great. At least you know your vehicle, Cool Prius, nobody. That might be better than when David Dork and Edwin Edwards ran for governor. There were two bumper stickers that were classic. Vote for the crook. It's important. That was one. Vote for the crook. It's important. And the other one was David Dork, Führer. That's what, like, he's running for Führer. I was like, wow, those are great bumper stickers. Yeah. Vote for the crook. It's important. David Dork, Führer, number 73. Vote Saturday. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday afternoon. Miss Peach is fielding your phone calls at 766-9480. Oh, wow. Her food delivery just got here. Hey, look, you dozen shrimp. They're only 10. What the hell? You think the restaurant made a mistake? The container looks open. Wow. Your French fries look like someone messed with them. Miss Peaches, there is a fingerprint on that butter pad in there. And that little pad of butter. There's a thumbprint on it. Wow. There's a restaurant a buddy and I went to, Miss Peaches. Not only was there a thumbprint on the butter and a little hair too. I was like, dude, can it get any worse? There's not only a hair on this butter pat, but a thumbprint. Yeah, my buddy and I just laughed. And I think we walked out. I think that was enough for we like, let's go eat somewhere else.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet. Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Does Helm Paint have the best paint on the planet? Helm, yeah. We only sell Benjamin Moore, the world's finest paint. Because paint ain't paint. Let us steer you right. Helm Paint.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port NOLA has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Come experience the best smoothies in the metro area at Smoothie King. Jay and his father have been Smoothie King franchisees for decades. On Jefferson Highway, across from Oxnard, on Airline Highway at LeBar by Causeway. Smoothie King. Hey, New Orleans, if you've ever wanted to experience life on St. Charles Avenue, now is your chance. The Grand Victorian, the ultimate bed and breakfast in the Garden District on the streetcar line. Built in 1893, this magnificent house will make your special weekend getaway special. To find out more, go to gvbb.com. That's gvbb.com. The Grand Victorian, where the locals go to get away.
Have you been to the new Tracy's on Magazine? There's no better sports bar restaurant in the entire city. Tracy's is inside of a 100-year-old building with literally dozens and dozens of flat-screen TVs, including a 120-inch monster. Tracy's has everything you're looking for in a sports bar, including arguably the best roast beef po' boy in town. When it's time to check out your favorite teams, make it Tracy's on Magazine at Pleasant, in between Washington and Louisiana. Legendary Tracy's in the Garden District.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamar Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Yeah, you right. Oh boy, Miss Peaches and I got into disgusting restaurant stories. I'm at this. This is 30 years ago. This Middle Eastern joint, which still exists in New Orleans, and literally, I eat there, and I'm walking out, and I'm paying, and the guy gives me my change back. Maybe like a 5 and 3 ones or something. And I'm like, thanks, man. It was great. He literally sticks his hand straight into a stainless steel bowl of tabbouleh and starts to mix it after touching money. I was like, I'll never, ever go in that restaurant. I've never been back. That was 30 years ago, 25 years ago. Now, my brother says he's in this restaurant in the back, and the chef sticks his finger in the bowl and tastes the sauce, and then sticks the same finger in the sauce the second time and tastes it. So finger in there is wrong to begin with. Use a spoon. And then after it's in his mouth, he sticks it in again. It's like that how do you sleep at night commercial. I sleep great on a bed from so-and-so, from Mattress Direct or whatever, It's like, wow, seriously, crazy. No, those are just terrible stories. Warren LaRuth, arguably the greatest chef in the history of the city, he just did things differently. A fly would enter the kitchen. He would tell everyone, there is a fly in here. Until we kill and catch that fly, stop what you're doing. And everyone would stop what they're doing. Just very clean, meticulous. He used to have a bowl of jumbo lump crab meat. Might be 10 pounds of jumbo lump crab meat. He'd hand it to one of the workers in the kitchen, say, hand pick all the shell out of that. And I mean, there's not a lot to begin with. And when you buy jumbo lump or any kind of crab meat in the pound container, there might be a piece of shell or two. So he has the guy go through it. And then he's like, you finished? He goes, yep. And then he's like, all right, go do the salad station. Then he walks off. He calls another guy who didn't see what the first guy was doing. Jimmy, get over here. Hey, pick all the shells out of this crab meat. Second person doing it. And he'll inevitably find a piece of shell. So that's the mentality. So when a fly comes in that kitchen, everybody stops until that fly's caught, I told you the Elizabeth Taylor, Warren LaRuth story, huh? Elizabeth Taylor is in LaRuth's on the West Bank 40 years ago. And I'm a kid. The story's just been told to me. It's true. Elizabeth Taylor's at the head of the table. There might be 20 people eating with her, 15 people. And Warren LaRuth, he always would come out and greet the people at the restaurant. He'd take off the white coat he was cooking in because it's got stuff on it from cooking. He'd put on a fresh one, totally white, and he'd walk out and greet everybody and make sure everything's good. So he sees Liz Taylor. How was everything? They said, best meal I've ever had, all this. And Warren LaRuth goes, can I get a photo with you? This shows you what Warren LaRuth's all about. She says, no problem if you'll take care of the check. And Warren LaRuth's just like, yeah, I don't really need a photo with you. And walked back into the kitchen. Made sure Elizabeth Taylor, who's got diamonds, married 6 times, worth millions of dollars, wants a free meal at LaRuth's. No. You're a star. You're a celebrity. You got a dozen people here. This is a huge ticket. No, I'm not comping you an appetizer. I'm not giving you a free glass of wine or champagne. I don't care that you're Elizabeth Taylor. I just wanted a picture with you. Glad you're in my restaurant eating. You didn't get in all this, but she's like, if you'll take care of the bill, you can have a picture. She's like, no, I don't need a picture. And he just walked off. Thank you. Enjoy your dessert. But it's just unbelievable.
What was I telling you the other day about the richest people I know?
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I think that's all relative. I'm with you, though.
Joking.
No, you're right, though. You're like, there can be some of the cheapest or tightest parting money, no doubt. And I got a friend who's worth millions. He doesn't like parting with money. No, it's sort of a kind of a sickness. It's like a obsession. It's all relative. Cheap and tight, man, they don't have a lot of money. Then you don't go. I want a 911, a Porsche. But I can't afford the tires or the oil change, so I don't own a 911. I want one, but I don't own one because I can't afford it. If you can't afford something, you don't do it. But cheap and tight has nothing to do with can't afford it. Cheap and tight is, no, you can afford it. You're choosing to be cheap and tight. Oh, Miss Peaches, I know we said we're going on. I forgot my wallet. Gosh, Corey, this is the 5th time we've gone to lunch together, and 5th time you forgot your wallet. Or you conveniently pull a George Costanza and run to the bathroom right before the check comes.
Oh, boy.
And you don't come back until it's paid. And then go, oh, my gosh, the check was paid. Thank you, guys. Not even I'll get you next time, So, no, cheap and tight's terrible. And it's like money. Money's all relative. Rich person, poor person, it's all relative. Everyone wants more of it, Miss Peaches. We can sit here and go, gosh, I need more money. There's someone that has a lot less than us. And there's people that have a lot more than us. It's just money is all relative.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Some people just may be more obsessed with it than other people are. Hey, Audubon Gutters, they'll install gutters on your house and it won't cost a lot of money. And they're the best at what they do, literally. A New Orleans-based company, the Gulf South's largest, most experienced gutter installation company. All they do are gutters. They don't paint. They don't do roofs. They don't do siding. They don't do windows. No home construction, just gutters. For your home or business, Audubon gutters. I got the leaf guard system, so I'll never have to clean my gutters ever again. And with that oak tree over the roof of my house now that I planted about 5-6 years ago, and those leaves, I see them going on the roof. The rain just washes them straight off the roof into my garden because of the leaf guard system. AudubonGutters.com, a no-brainer. AudubonGutters.com for nearly 35 years. Corey Johnson with you. Troop NOLA. Actually, I think this was Troop B. Let's just say State Police in Metro New Orleans. Third car chase in the last 7 days. Same results. The car crashing into a state trooper vehicle. Criminals arrested. Rap sheets, guns, drugs. No, getting these losers off the street. These criminals stole the wrong car today. A 2022 Dodge Scat Pack Charger. It just sort of stands out. It's a hot rod car, lots of decals, stickers. It's not a low profile car. So the criminals made a mistake on that one. Hey, the Michelin food guide, or I should say the food rating, the stars coming to New Orleans. You got a Michelin-worthy restaurant? We must have a few dozen. And forget about them. How about you? You got a favorite restaurant out there, a must-dine restaurant that you love? 766-9480. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. Hey, I've got some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away. A few more trivia questions. A few have been answered, but a few are still out there. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. Bob Dylan's connection to New Orleans. 766-9480. Val Kilmer just passed away. What's his connection to New Orleans? 766-9480. Nicolas Cage, Brad Pitt, Beyonce's sister. What are their connections to New Orleans? 766-9480. Pick your poison. Pick your celebrity. What's their connection to New Orleans? Bob Dylan, Val Kilmer, Nicolas Cage, Brad Pitt, Solange Knowles. 766-9480. You know the answer? I got 50 big bucks. Good at one of the 5 area Woodhouse Day Spas for you. 766-9480. French Quarter Fest a week from today. The weather looks good. High temperatures next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, only in the 70s. Only in the 70s. And we start out like around 60 degrees, 58, 59, 60 each morning. And it's sunny. That's what's forecasted right now. So French Quarter Fest a week from today, the weather looks fantastic. Could be a record French Quarter Fest with bearable weather, temperatures only in the 70s, and sunny and nice. No rain. Yeah, you right. A week from today, French Quarter Fest starts. 2 weeks from today, round 1 of the Zurich Classic, the PGA Tour stop. 3 weeks from today, Jazz Fest weekend number 1. 4 weeks from today, Jazz Fest weekend number 2. Are you kidding me? We're about to have an explosive festival party atmosphere for a month straight in New Orleans. Yeah, you right. Yikes. Trump announces tariffs. The market tumbles dramatically. Trump tariff shock. The S&P down 4.8%. Dow Jones Industrial down 4%. NASDAQ down 6%. These are like some of the worst days since the pandemic for the stock market. Not good. No bueno. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. Do you use Uber or Lyft? Do you use a regular taxi, old school? Do you use Instacart, where your grocery shopping's done for you and they deliver? Have you ever used a food delivery service? You know, a restaurant that doesn't have their own delivery, but you get the food delivery service where 27% of the time they're rifling through your food, running their hands through your food, the driver, of these food delivery services. I would imagine, Miss Peaches, some of these losers go home at the end of the night and talk to their roommate or whatever and say what they had for dinner. I delivered 8 different things. I ate at 8 different restaurants. I had 2 shrimp from this guy. I had some French fries from that one. I stuck a fork that I bring with me into their salad. That was really good with the walnuts. I mean, all kind of stuff. The fish, man, it had a nice area where I could just pop off a nice piece. I put some string beans over the hole. No one noticed. Had a great meal tonight. I'm sure there's some food delivery folks that
some people think paint is paint. Well, it ain't. Paint ain't paint. At Helm Paint, we only sell Benjamin Moore because it's the best paint on the planet. In the end, you'll save time, effort, and money because Benjamin Moore paints cover beautifully in less coats. So the next time you pick up a brush, remember, big box, big mistake. Because paint ain't paint. To get the best, you gotta go to Helm. Let us steer you right.
Helm Paint. For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Want to stay somewhere special when visiting New Orleans? Look no further than the Grand Victorian. Located in the Garden District on the St. Charles Avenue streetcar line, the Grand Victorian is ideally placed for visiting the city's local attractions, fabulous restaurants, shops, and more. Make your stay in New Orleans something to remember. To find out more about the Grand Victorian or to book, go to gvbb.com. The Grand Victorian. Come experience the best smoothies in the metro area at Smoothie King. Jay and his father have been Smoothie King franchisees for decades. On Jefferson Highway, across from Oxnard, on Airline Highway at LeBar by Causeway. Smoothie King.
Have you been to the new Tracy's on Magazine? There's no better sports bar restaurant in the entire city. Tracy's is inside of a 100-year-old building with literally dozens and dozens of flat-screen TVs, including a 120-inch monster. Tracy's has everything you're looking for in a sports bar, including arguably the best roast beef po' boy in town. When it's time to check out your favorite teams, make it Tracy's on Magazine at Pleasant, in between Washington and Louisiana. Legendary Tracy's in the Garden District.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Are you on the North Shore heading to Mandeville? Wait, if you're on the North Shore, you'd already be in Mandeville. Are you on the causeway heading to the North Shore? That's better. Fire in a to-go order on at Trey Yen. Be a hero on a Thursday night. Walking in the house, mom, dad, the kids, everybody loves Trey Yen. Don't forget the Tong Cho sauce. Or better yet, dine in. At the foot of the causeway, you North Shore folks. Hey, South Shore folks, 25 short minutes from Lakeside Shopping Center. You're at Trey Yen. Chinese cuisine, not Chinese food. You can get that anywhere. Chinese cuisine, it's something special. Definitely worth the drive. Trey Yen in Mandeville, yummy. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday afternoon. Still some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away. Still time to get in on the game. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. 766-9480. Bob Dylan's connection to New Orleans. You got the answer? I got $50 for you at the Woodhouse. How about Val Kilmer's connection to New Orleans? Nicolas Cage, Brad Pitt, Beyonce's sister. Pick your poison. Solange. Pick your poison. What is any of their connection to New Orleans? You give me the answer to that? I got $50 for you. Good at one of the 5 area Woodhouse locations. Mid-City, New Orleans, Metairie near North Kenner, Mandeville, Slidell, Baton Rouge, WoodhouseSpas.com. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. John Goodman's connection, married a local girl. I think Brenda came up with that. Patricia Clarkson's connection. Chuck in New Orleans got the winner on that one. Patricia Clarkson's mom was Jackie Clarkson, the council person. She's a West Bank girl. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. Still time to get in the ball game. Good news for French Quarter Fest starting a week from today. Nice weather. 70s, the high in the mid-70s all 4 days. Sunday might approach 80, but right now it's high 70s on Sunday. And Thursday and Friday, like low to mid-70s. So no rain, sunshine, temperatures in the 70s. French Quarter Fest might have record numbers a week from today for day one, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next week, the 4-day festival. Might have record numbers. I certainly hope so. What a great economic boost for the French Quarter, for the Warehouse District, Tremé, Bywater, Marigny, CBD, all of it gets a nice economic boost. No doubt about it. French Quarter Fest a week from today. Zurich Classic 2 weeks from today. Jazz Fest weekend number 1 3 weeks from today. Jazz Fest weekend number 2 4 weeks from today. Are you kidding me? It's carpet bombing. We got the B-52 flying. Just a big festival after festival after festival. And don't be fooled about the Zurich Classic. After the tournament's over, music, live music, great food at the Zurich, lots of different food venues. They've changed. The New Orleans PGA Tour stop changed how the PGA around the country does business. Lots more gourmet food, high-end restaurants, music, after the tournament's over, that kind of stuff. It's a lot of copycat around the PGA Tour following New Orleans' lead. It's great stuff. Hey, tomorrow, Fantasy Friday, Michael Hecht will join us from Greater New Orleans Inc. We got a lot to discuss with Michael Hecht. That segment's always brought to you by Latrim, the global manufacturing giant, born, bred, based right out of New Orleans, right here. Locals own it. Private-owned company. The LePere family. J.M. LePere, the father of Jay and Robert, who run Latrim, he invented the shrimp peeling machine. He invented the all-plastic modular conveyor belt, the alternating tread stair, the LePere stair. These are all the industry standard around the world. No one does it better than this New Orleans company, Latrim. They got about 1,400 employees in Elmwood. They got a few hundred at their I-12 facility. And since all they do is grow all around the world, all they do is hire, continuously hiring more and more employees. For a full listing of positions available, go to Latram.com. Latram spelled Laitram, Latram.com. Yeah, tomorrow, Fletcher Mackel will join us Fridays with Fletch. Find out where he has eaten and get a little sports info from him. Also tomorrow, speaking of food, doesn't get much better than Frank Brightson. I mean, as big as it gets, James Beard award-winning chef, one of the best restaurants in the country, going on 38 plus years now, Brightson's. Just so humble. Like he's just some fledgling guy that's been cooking for a few years. No, he joins us every Friday in the 5 o'clock power hour, around 5:20. And we've been talking crawfish lately and strawberries. Yeah, get to your local grocery store, grab a pint of some Louisiana strawberries from the North Shore of New Orleans, Springfield, Ponchatoula. Ponchatoula Strawberry Fest coming up soon. Hammond, a meat, just some of the best strawberries in the world. And they're perfect right now. They're like golf ball sized, gigantic. And then I don't know about you, I'd grab a little of that Ready Whip in the can. I mean, I'd rather whip some nice, high-end vanilla and sugar and whipped cream and make some hand, whipped cream, of course. But I don't have time for that. And Ready Whip's pretty good product, to be honest with you. It's not a lot of preservatives in it. I don't like that it's got corn syrup, but it's got sugar before corn syrup. It shouldn't even have the corn syrup. But the concept of, the cream in a can where you're releasing it, it whips it as it comes out the can. It's a pretty interesting product, Ready Whip. But Ready Whip on some sliced strawberries, my God, fantastic. And these strawberries are so sweet. No sugar needed to be added. These aren't like those Driscoll things from California, the Plant City strawberries from Florida. It's North Shore New Orleans strawberries that are as good as it gets. Yeah, we'll talk with Frank about strawberries and crawfish. Mañana. I'll see you tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Be here.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson. On TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube. On radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM. WSLA New Orleans.
It's 6 p.m.